Hello and welcome to today's video. I have a wonderful stack of manga to show you today. So this is kind of my February haul, but this excludes a few other bits I picked up. This is kind of just like everything that didn't fit into another haul. To be honest, it's quite a lot of new releases plus some great finds I have found secondhand. So let's just jump into it, I think. Clear the stacks we don't need. Just before we get into it though, don't forget to give this video a like, comment and subscribe, and check out my affiliate and social media links found down below, like the Dudettes Discord server. Also, if you're interested in early access to my videos, check out my members link stuff down below. I don't know how to describe it. You get early access and you get some neat emojis when I do live streams. At the moment I am 6 videos ahead, so hopefully I'm still that far ahead by the time this video goes out, at which point there's going to be a whole bunch of videos for you to watch. How wonderful. Let's dive right in though. So on top we have a secondhand volume I picked up, Alice in the Country of Joker, Circus and Liar's Game 1. Now this is the first Alice in the Country of series I ever picked up, and I got volume 2 and I think 5 for ages, and then the past like month I keep seeing them popping up on World of Books and other secondhand sites, and I've doubled the amount of Alice in the Country of volumes I have. There were loads though. There's like 30-40 plus volumes in all of them. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to find them all, but slowly but surely, because I won't pay silly prices, but getting a volume 1 is really nice. Next we have a brand new release. Apparently Disillusioned Adventurers Will Save the World. The Ultimate Party is Born 1, and it is a plastic wrapped. I haven't read this yet, no particular reason, I've just not gotten to it yet. But plastic wrapped? Oh, I think it's just a fancy, I don't think it's an isekai, but very excited. Parental advisory warning, explicit content. As we have Atom the Beginning 3. I have had a bunch of these on pre-order. I have originally been picking these up for Ben, but I don't think he's gotten into it yet, or slash, I'm not sure. Did I tell him that I've been picking these up for him? Ben, I've been picking these up for you. Read them. For fans of Astro Boy, my understanding is it's kind of like a retelling. Oh, a prequel. It's a prequel to Astro Boy. There you go. Ben, that's kind of your kind of thing. Okay, next we have 3 volumes, and they were all secondhand, and it is Black Rose Alice 1, 2, and 3. They're actually really good quality. The spines are amazingly crisp and slight yellowing, but I mean, it's an older series anyway. I know there's some weird stuff about it. It's kind of complete at 6 volumes, but it also kind of went on hiatus. But did it come back? But Viz hasn't picked it back up. But I don't know. I have no idea if I'll be able to pick up the last 3. Apparently it's something to do with vampires. Next we have Bloodlad 2, which I got on World of Books, again for like £4. So I am now only missing 1 volume of Bloodlad, and that is volume 9, which I have seen about, just not cheap enough for me yet. Very excited. I hope I enjoy it with like finding volume 8 and all. Is it Blue Box 2, which is a new release. I read volume 1, it was okay. I'm not sure I quite understood why it had as much hype as it did. It's kind of like a rom-com with sort of a theme around badminton. I do actually quite like badminton. I used to play it while I was in school, not like on a team or anything. I just liked hitting it, and it was slightly more slow so I could keep up with it. I'm looking forward to reading it. I did enjoy volume 1. I don't really understand why it's had as much oomph from the community as it has. As we have the Boxer and volume 1, and this has been a pain to get. I had an issue with Forbidden Planet with one of my orders where it kept failing to deliver, but I'm not convinced it actually managed to. They did actually try to deliver, and I feel like it's less on raw mail. I don't know if there was an issue with printing my address or something, but I had volumes from the same order arrive okay, so the address must be correct, and within the date that they shipped the volumes and the date they said it's been returned, I didn't leave the house, which I don't know if that's really helping my case, but I didn't leave the house and I got all the deliveries that came. I don't know what happened, but they wouldn't try and send it, and the prices had gone up on the site, and I was really grumpy, but I actually found this somewhere else for a little bit cheaper than Forbidden Planet. Ran over. I actually found this a lot cheaper than somewhere else than Forbidden Planet, so I've grabbed it. Lots of people have really enjoyed this one. I don't know. I assume it's about boxing. Dear Cheeky Brat 5. I saw someone on Instagram say that going on, the volumes are going to be white. That only the first 4 had colour, and then it goes white. I don't know if it's really petty to genuinely contemplate dropping the series because of that. I would be so disappointed and mad if that's the case. Why would they do that? Why would you do 4 in colour and then white? Why? That doesn't look nice. Oh, what? It's an okay series. I've still not read past volume 2. But they're actually quite cheap on pre-order on Film Planet, so I've got a few more on pre-order. Okay, next we have Confessions of a Shy Baker 1 by Tokyo Pop. And I must say, all these new Tokyo Pop series coming out, I think the covers, and I love the spines. They're both gorgeous. I think I'm just absolutely smitten with the spines on these. There's actually at least one other in this stack, and I think it looks amazing. It's so cute. There's so many I want to pick up now because I just think the spines look lovely. I don't know what it's about. Baking. And next we have Defrag 15. I got this secondhand for a few pounds, £4 maybe. I'm still missing volume 9, so I still got a gap, and I don't know how many more volumes there are after that. I don't know if it's complete or what. Progress Ben was reading it, and then he kind of stopped because he was like, it's not as much video games as I hoped it would be. Maybe I convinced him to read more. Next we have Donuts Under a Crescent Moon 1. So I'll have posted, will I have posted by now? I did a massive World of Books haul unboxing video because they had a discount code that worked on new manga, and after I filmed that video I had a few more still trickle in, and I continued to open them, and this was one of them. This has been on my want to try list for quite a long time, but it's quite an expensive series. It's a big 7Cs and it's actually pretty good quality. It's like big bright white pages, and it's got some heft to it. But with the code, I actually managed to pick it up for a price that I didn't think was disgustingly horrific. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I believe it's actually complete soonish. I think the last volume comes out in not too long. Next we have 2 volumes of Drifting Dragons 11 and 12. I hadn't realised I was 2 volumes behind on this. These volumes are a bit more pricey than I would usually pay. They were $12.99 instead of like $11.99. But still, I think the series is really, really lovely. I'm about halfway through, so I'm still not up to date. But I was glad to be able to grab them both at once. They don't release too often, my understanding, because I mean, I don't think I picked up, I think the last time I picked up volume 10 it was a year ago, so I'm assuming it's about every 6 months we get a new one. Next we have The Executioner and Her Way of Life 1. This is an isekai, and I've been waiting to see the manga in store. They did release a light novel, but yeah, more manga, my kind of deal. And I wasn't sure when this was coming out. Finally I saw it on shelves, so I grabbed it. Very excited. I'm definitely trying to go on a bit of an isekai binge this month. That's pretty much all I've been reading. I've been reading loads of Villainess stuff actually, because a lot of my pre-orders that have been coming in have been Villainess stuff. And I'm like, oh yay. Speaking of Villainess isekais, formerly the Fallen Daughter of the Duke 3. Now this is kind of, oh no, 2. When did I get 3? Oh, I think I opened a 3 as part of my World of Books unboxing. I must have gotten this earlier in the month. Goodness me. Okay, so I've gotten both 2 and 3 in February. That's how close they seem to have released. Did I? I'm not sure now. Anyway, I'm talking about it anyway. I've been really enjoying this one quite a lot. I don't see any release date for 4 at the moment, which I'm hoping I've just missed it. It is kind of a villainess. This girl's been like painted to be a bad villainess person, but she isn't really. She's actually a nice person. So it's a bit deceiving. I'm not going to say much about what happens in 2 because honestly I don't remember the difference between 2 and 3 because I read them so close together. I would recommend. It is a bit more pricey because it's Tokyo Pop, so maybe hold off, see if you can find it's cheaper. Next we have Free Life Fantasy Online Immortal Princess 1. I have been wanting to get this one for ages as well, but I've just not been able to bring myself to grab the manga. Wait, I'm getting confused. Did I pick this up in Traveling Man Warehouse? I'm so confused. Why is it? Have I put the dates wrong? Sometimes I do that. Okay, next I got these secondhand, but actually they're in pretty good condition. We have Full Moon 3 and 4. This has been really tricky to track down actually. I'm still missing 5 and 6. No, I'm not. 5 and 7 before I'll be complete. As part of a manga exchange when the dudettes first formed, Tiffany gave me, I think, 1 and 2, or was it just 1? Maybe just 1, as part of a shoujo care package. I think it was like one of the first like older school shoujo I'd really read. Really? I think I was just astounded by the eyes. The eyes are so big. These have been really hard to find. I think I got these for about £4.50 each, which isn't bad, though they were second hand, unfortunately. Just need to see if I can find the others. Next we have the Next we have the Great Cleric 1. This was a pre-order, one of my few lingering pre-orders from Blackwell's actually. And this is an isekai. It's quite a light-hearted ish isekai. It says on the back, a wholesome fantasy story for fans of I've been killing slimes 300 years and maxed out my level. And I can kind of see that. It doesn't feel as wholesome as I've been killing slimes, but it's quite wholesome. I will keep reading, though it's a bit cadentious, so it's going to be more expensive going forward, and I don't like that. Both my cats are asleep on the sofa across from me, and they are just like sprawled all the way along. Okay, next we have Honey Lemon Soda 1, and this was another volume that I had to struggle to grab from somewhere else. Was it? Oh, this one did actually arrive from Forbidden Planet, my bad. Lots of people say amazing things. People are really hyped when this got a print. No idea why. My plan is to read it over the weekend, so I'll find out then. Next we have I Swear I Won't Bother You Again 3. The release date between 2 and 3 was like over a year. It took ages, and they're so thin. I was like barely remembering what was happening when I was reading it. It isn't an isekai, it's more just someone goes back in time by a year and they have knowledge of what's going to happen and they can try and not meet a terrible ending. Do enjoy it. 4 does come out, hopefully in a few months. We're not going to have as big a wait time again. I feel like this still encompasses what I enjoy about villainous isekai, which is they kind of already know what's going to happen because it's a book or an anime game that they played. Instead, going back in time, you do still have that kind of deal-a-rooney, but it's just not an outright isekai. Almost like a time travel isekai, because it's almost like a new world. And next we have I'm Quitting Heroing 1. This is another yen price pre-order I had from Forbidden Planet. Haven't read it yet. Is this just another fantasy? Yeah, actually reading the back reminds me of another couple of just fantasies that I've been reading, so I'll find out when I read it if it is just like that. Next we have Imaginary 1. Now, I've been wanting to pick this one up for a while, but I often see it at $13.99. No. So when I saw it on World of Books for an alright price with the discount code, I was like, let's grab it. Yeah, a lot of people seem to really like it. I don't really know what it's about. Slice of life is my guess. I really quite like this cover. This is lovely. Okay, next we got another one of those Tokyo Pops that I think has a really lovely spine. It's so cool. I want so many Tokyo Pop series just for their spines. I don't know what this is about. Is it a GL? I think it's a GL. I'll try and read a bunch of my one-shots, I think, the next month as well, alongside my isekais. Read everything in the next month. Karate Survivor Another World 4. This is an alright isekai. It has its ups and downs. It's quite brutal. It's a bit gory. It's like, I feel like it's on the verge of needing to be plastic wrapped. Oh goodness me, I saw a tushy. I actually had this arrive not too long ago, so hopefully we're gonna get to it soon. Should do this month. I have so much to read this month. Next we have Kowloon Generic Romance 2. I did read this one. I don't feel like it's really gripped me. I feel like when I read about people's opinions on this series, they're quite polar opposites. It's either like, this is amazing, the best thing ever, or it's like, I don't get it. I feel I'm probably in the camp of, I don't get it. I need another volume or 2, maybe. I have so many questions, I think. Actually, yeah, I did enjoy the bit that she's made a friend. I quite liked all the bits of the friend, but I just have questions, and I don't like having questions. I like to understand. As we have Lovesick Ellie 8, I think I got 7 and 8 in February. They came pretty quickly. I don't think I enjoyed this volume that much, and I don't remember why. But I didn't rank it well. I just didn't enjoy reading it. I don't remember why, because I really enjoyed, I think, the last few volumes, and then this one, I didn't. I think I have, like, Lovesick Ellie pre-ordered up to volume 11 now, and there's only 12 volumes, so I just need to pre-order one more, and then I'll be sorted for the whole series. Okay, this was a completely random buy. I needed a volume for the 3 for 2. So I grabbed this. Malevolent Spirits Mononogatari. Blah, blah, blah. It's like a tongue twister. Mononogatari, Volume 1. Don't know anything about it. Supernatural something. So it was really like the shade of blue. Manga Diary of a Male Porn Star 3. I like Manga Diary of a Male Porn Star. I think it's a great series. I think it's hilarious. It is obviously 18 plus, but I don't feel like it comes across as 18 plus when you're reading it, because it's kind of like behind the scenes of the adult industry, and it's so like matter of fact. It's not like a faku. You don't really see much. You might see some topless women in this, but that's kind of as far as it goes. But of course you see them filming scenes and acts and stuff, but it's like from a filming perspective, it's not the same. It's like removing the illusions of the industry. I think it's a really interesting read. I'm not sure how many other people would agree with me there. As we have Mao 9, which I picked up as 3 for 2 in Travelling Man. I've still only read Volume 1, very behind on the series. I'll do a binge at some point. I'm getting scared as to when that point will be though. So we have Marmalade Boy 1. This came really early. Like, I feel like I got my volume before I saw a bunch of Americans get theirs, and I was like, haha, finally. I know this is quite a beloved series in the community, and I know how much the single volumes were being sold for, and it was horrific, and I was like, it's just not a series I'll ever collect then, because I will not pay silly prices for manga. No matter how good it is, I don't care. But when I saw they were doing a collector's edition, I was like, wonderful. It would be really neat if they do this with more series. Actually able to read one of these classic shoujo. It is a shoujo, right? Able to read one of these classic series. Yeah, just say shoujo on the back. Very excited. I have no idea how many. I assume these are 2-in-1s, aren't they? But I don't remember how many there are in the main series, but I can go check my spreadsheet. As we have Mashal 10, and I've just realised I've not taken the 3 for 2 sticker off. Ah! I take the sticker off once I've read it, and I've forgotten. Oh, this nail stickers that I'm trying are appalling, and they're like peeling, and I hate them, and I want to change them, and I've only been wearing them a day. Now they're like peeling when I tear this. So I have read this volume of Mashal. I really enjoyed it, actually. I think this is one of my favourite volumes of Mashal in a while, because I think often in previous volumes when they've had quite a serious like fight scene, it's like it's gotten too serious. It's gotten too serious for Mashal, and it's kind of lost its momentum, at least for me personally. But this volume, I feel like it had a really good balance between, yes, there was a lot of serious fights, but a lot of the fighting was actually still quite comical and had that like silliness that Mashal is, that silliness that I have enjoyed Mashal for. Even in fights that didn't involve Mash, it still had like comical elements that's made it quite amusing to read. So I really hope they keep that sort of thing going. I know the author has been keen on trying to wrap it up, and it keeps getting a bit longer and longer. I hope he does it for as long as he wants to do it, but if he keeps doing fights and stuff, I hope that he keeps doing it in the manner that he's done it in this volume, because I think that was exactly what I was hoping for. Next we have another second-hand shoujo beat find, and that is Millennium Snow 2. This is another one I managed to find for about £4 something, second-hand. This is only a 4-volume series. I am now only missing volume 3, I believe, before I'll be complete. They just don't pop up too often. It's a bit harder to find. Same manga artist as Uran High School Host Club. I read volume 1 and then again regretted it because I didn't know when I'd be able to find later volumes, and it's only 4 volumes, so yeah, I'm going to try and find volume 3 and then I'll read them all together. As we have 6 and 7 of Mint Chocolate, and I think it's been like a year since volume 5 came out, and I had both of these on pre-order and they both came out in February. How wild is that? So I have read volume 6, volume 7 only came in a few days ago. It was okay. I think, again, it's been so long since I read a volume, I was like, I don't remember what was happening. Wonder what's going to happen in volume 7. Is this finished yet? Or is this still ongoing? I don't know. Who knows when volume 8 will come out? Maybe it'll be tomorrow. I was really pleased with this find as well, secondhand. So I really enjoy, so there aren't too many manga artists that I actually remember their names. I'm really bad. If you say, oh, you've got this series, they also do that. And I'm like, oh, do they? There aren't many artists where like I know of them and is specifically like other works they've done, but the main one is probably Mashima with Fairy Tail and Zero Brave Master. He's done a few other bits here and there, like Monster Soul, which I have, and he also has done a Monster Hunter series, Monster Hunter Orage. This is really hard to find or really expensive to pick up, is probably more accurate. So Ben is a big Monster Hunter fan and has been reading the Mashima series, so he was quite excited when I picked this up as well. This is like often like 20-30 pounds a volume. I think it's only 4 or 5. It's not very many volume series, and I got it for about 3. Very happy. I didn't realise till after I picked it up how hard it was to find. I just remember seeing it and be like, oh, let's grab that. Let's see where I can find the others. Oh, maybe not. So we'll see. It is really good condition. It's like so shiny and crisp. Doesn't feel like anyone's read it. Okay, next we have another new release, The Most Heretical Last Boss Queen 3, Isekai Villainess. Need I say more? This was a marvellous volume, if it's the one I think. If what happens, happened? Yeah. What I thought happened. I really enjoyed it. There are quite big gaps within these volumes. This was, I feel like that was a decent sized volume. That's a decent sized volume. Yeah, I enjoyed this one. I kind of want them to age up a little faster though. They are all still kids. I want them to be a bit more, I want to see more romance, and I don't want to see them romance when they're like 10. Next we got 3 volumes I found in Travelling Manchester, Nana 2, 10 and 17. How exciting is it saying Nana with a 3 for 2 sticker on it? Wow. I'm trying to be super patient to pick up. There's a lot of Shoujo Beat reprints that I'm just waiting to see. 3 for 2, there's Nana, Kami-sama Kiss, Maid-sama, and another one which I've forgotten. There's a couple of Shoujo Jump ones like Slam Dunk and, is that Shonen Jump or Shonen Sunday? Either way, other Viz titles that have been getting reprints recently, and yeah, so happy. These were the only 3 Nanas they had. They did say I think they had some more, but they'd all sold, or they had more of these volumes and they'd all sold. I'm hoping it's just they're slowly trickling through, and these were the first volumes that came through. I'm just super excited. It's really neat that all these like hard to find infamous titles are just finally trickling through to be just on the general shelves with like other new stuff, popular stuff, and I can get it as part of a 3-2. As we have No Longer Heron 2, if you watched my worst reads video of 2022, you might know that this was one of the series on it, and I'd only read 1 volume, and I was like, yeah, I didn't enjoy this. And I must say, with volume 2, I just liked it even more. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't enjoy it at all. I think no character feels redeemable except potentially one. I don't understand how they're like painting this character that feels vaguely sensible to be like the irresponsible and unreasonable one. It feels I kind of just hope that none of them have a happily ever after at this point. I don't know if that's the point. Is that what they're going for? Do they want me to just dislike everyone because they're succeeding? Okay, final volume on this stack was kind of an impulse pickup, but it was for like £3, which I think makes it okay, and that is Oh My Goddess 3. Yes, I picked this up for £3, maybe £3.50. It is in amazing condition. The only problem is it is a library copy, and what they've done is the cover is like one of those big stickers, and all these library things are under that sticker. So if I want to take these things off, I have to peel it off the cover. And I'm not convinced the cover will survive doing that. So what I might do is, because actually I think because of it, it's helped it hold together. It is in remarkably good condition, probably because of it. I'm going to take a scalpel to it and try and carefully cut out these two because I don't like them when they're on the spine, especially this top one which covers the title. I'm going to try and pick up more of these for the kind of prices that I did. If I can get all these £3, that would be amazing. I don't think I will, but a good chunk of them will make it marvellous. It is a bit hard to tell because there were some singles of this printed, so I was like comparing ISBNs to try and figure out if I'd picked up the right one. There might have been another 1 or 2 of these listed, but I wasn't convinced they weren't a single, so I didn't grab them. This for £3, and it's actually in a pretty good condition. It's a library I mean, the inside is still so white. That's so good. If I stop flicking it. We are on our final stack. It's not even a huge amount of manga compared to usual. I feel like desks full. I'm trying not to block my light source. Pretty bad with my lighting. I don't want to make it even worse. Okay, on top of here we have our dining table, and this is a one-shot. I have been trying to track this down for quite a long while now, and it's so hard to find. Until recently, I feel like now I see it listed everywhere. And I got it for a good price on World of Books. Look forward to reading it. Again, probably just read a bunch of one-shots alongside my isekai. As we have Pandora 7-1, and this is a new release Yen Press. I've not read it yet. I do like how thick it is. Look how thick that is. Wow. There's a nice bunch of colour pages at the front. I was so happy with this volume. So happy with this find. So happy. We have Pokemon Adventures Black and White 8. And this was the only black and white Adventures volume I was missing. It was like the only one I was missing till I'd be up to date with the Adventures volumes. It is a library copy. I need to take this cover off actually. I'll do that now. Come on. There you go. It isn't in too bad condition. Usually library copies with covers like that actually does help protect the spine from my experience. So it's just been hard. Like, I forget it being expensive or anything. I just couldn't find it listed anywhere. Like, let alone for crazy prices. So I am really happy to find this one. And it's in English, and it's not the magazine. I was worried I'd accidentally picked up the magazine ones. Okay, next we've got another Pokemon XY4. Staying up to date with it. I don't want to read adventures out of order. I want to go from the beginning, and I've still not gotten around to that yet. I think this X and Y only has 5 of these, and then what game comes after X and Y? I assume they'll move on to that one next. It's after X and Y. There's reprints Freya 8, part of a 3-for-2 in Travelman. How thin is that? That's so thin. That is desperately upsetting. I need to try and read more of this because, I don't know, at the moment there's like Tiffany who hates it and there's Emma who loves it, so I need to read it to be the deciding vote. I feel like we have this quite often between the dudettes. Next we have The Princess of Convenient Plot Devices 1. I really enjoyed this one. It is kind of well, it is an isekai and it's kind of a villainess one as well. I don't know why I really enjoyed it. I think I just felt like, as it says, there were actually quite a lot of like plot things. There was a lot of plot to it. I didn't feel like it was just dude swooning over her, because I mean she's kind of been isekai'd into a BL-centric world. I mean, there are still guys who are interested in women, but quite a lot of the men are interested in men. So there's less men throwing themselves. It's not a reverse harem or anything. There's a whole bunch of other plot to it, which has made it quite interesting. To the point that I read this and I was like, okay, can I go pre-order volume 2? And I did. Oh, pretty pink as well. So we have Queen's Quality 16. Staying up to date with this. Now, I think I do want to try and get back into reading it. I read a whole bunch in one go and then started reading more new releases and didn't go back to it. But I would like to try and get up to date with this. I think the volumes are getting thinner and thinner as well the later we go, so maybe it won't take me as long to get into it. And so we have ReZero Chapter 4 Volume 5. I am really far behind on this now because I'm still missing volumes from Chapter 3. I think I'm missing like Volume 11 and Volume 9, so I can't finish it yet and I'm struggling to find them. But Better's been really getting into ReZero, so he's like, stay up to date with it, stay up to date with it. Oh, okay, alright, I will do. I think I'm also missing a few early volumes from Chapter 4 as well. The naming scheme does my head in. It messes my spreadsheet up. It's like Chapter 1, Volume 3, Chapter 2, Volume 2. As we have Record of Ragnarok 5. Enjoy Record of Ragnarok. It's just fun to see some people just punch each other up sometimes. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of the current fight, because it doesn't feel like, the people that's been, the pair that's been put up against each other, it's less about like, it's not brawn meets brawn, it's brawn meets brains. So how's that gonna work? It is unfortunate how quick a read these are. I get through them so quickly just because it's like fight, and 6 out. As we have Sailor Moon 8, which I believe I picked up secondhand. With this volume, I am now only 1 volume away from completing this set of Sailor Moon, and I believe it's volume 12, so I'm on the hunt for volume 12. This type, whatever this type is called, is it pretty Pretty Guardian? No, I don't know. Another second-hand shoujo, and that is so cute it hurts. 10. Piecemealing this as I go. I'm still missing like half the series. I'm looking forward to grabbing more. I have the first 5 at least, so I could start reading it, but I think I'm going to hold off till I get more. As we have Soul Eater 10, and I believe I picked this up in store. I can't believe they're now reprinting the singles. I was really worried when I saw them starting to do the Square Enix collector's hardback ones that they were abandoning this, and this is the one that I'd started to pick up, but I've managed to pick up like 10 volumes the past couple of months, so I'm a little less worried now. I think I am only missing like 8 volumes now of this before I'll be complete, which is wild. So many reprints in the last 3-4 months. It's amazing. Next we have Toilet Bound Hanako-kun 17, and I only realised when this turned up, I've still not read my volume 16. I don't know where it is. Is it on the shelf or is it like up there somewhere? No particular reason, so I'm going to try and read them together. To be fair, I feel like these often have cliffhangers and I often easily forget what happens to volume, so being able to read a couple back to back, I am actually looking forward to doing that. Next we have Tomb Raider King, and with this one, that is my Easy Press collection now up to date finally. It took ages for some of them to arrive, but this was the last one I was waiting on, I think. Was it? I think it was. Well, the boxer and this sort of came in the same month, so with the pair of them, now I'm up to date. I haven't read this one yet, but this is the next Easier Press volume I want to read. I want to try and read this one and Gently Raised Beast this month at least. And I should read Boxer, but I might save that for next month. Next we have The Two Lions, and I picked this up because I was like, it's got a nice weight to it. It is a nice weighty volume. I don't know anything about it. I assume, what is it? More Than Friends. Is it a BL? Oh my god, that's hefty. That's hard to open. What is happening to this? It's fighting me, fighting back. Don't fight me. I think I've seen a few people on Instagram enjoy this one, so when I saw it on the shelf, I was like, let's just grab it and give it a go. Next we have a pre-order. We have Uncle from Another World 6. Now, I am actually behind. I don't have volume 5. I pre-ordered this because it was actually a good price on Forbidden Planet. Usually they're quite expensive, like $13.99, $14.99. Oof. It is a isekai where the guy has come back. I wasn't actually too keen. I've read the first 2 and I was like, it's okay. I feel like it was another one where I didn't understand the hype in the community for it. I will keep reading it because the art is actually alright. I was really put off by the art at the beginning, and it did definitely grow me a lot more. I'm looking forward to see where it goes. Next we have Undead Unluck 10, and I'm heartbroken by the fact I haven't read this yet. I love Undead Unluck so much. I don't even know why I like it so much, or as much as I do. Actually, the end of volume 9, amazing. I loved it so much, and there's no reason for me having not read this volume yet. Maybe I'll try and read it this evening. Actually no, I've got that other volume to read. I'm gonna try and read it in the next few days at least. It's gonna go in the basket straight after this for sure. Next we have Usotoki Rhetoric 2. I got really annoyed with this volume because I hadn't realised what a strange shape and size it was compared to other volumes. Slightly shorter than like a regular Viz, but also it's not as tall as like a big volume. What size is this? Why is it its own size? I do enjoy mystery series, which is exactly what this one is. I don't think I was as swept along by the charm as I was in the first volume. I wish there was more of her doing stuff with her powers. I think that's really neat, a really neat like trope for the series. I don't know when volume 3 is out, but I'll hope for more in that. As we have One Dance 4, I haven't read my earlier One Dance volumes. This was one to make a 3 for 2, and also it's a wonderfully vibrant green. This is a nice bright apple green. I really liked it. So that's it. The Weakest Tamer began a journey to pick up trash 2. This is it an isekai? I don't think so. I just think it's just fantasy. I can't remember. Volume 1 made me really sad. They treat this kid awfully. Her own family like pretty much tried to leave it to the wolves. It's not nice. But she seems to have such a wonderful, happy attitude. She just kind of goes with it, and it's like, oh, I just want to give you a hug. Found this for a good price, World of Books with the code. Looking forward to reading it. I hope things go well for her. It's like, I just wanted to be happy. Next we have Yakuza Lover 7. How amazingly vibrant is this blue? I feel with Yakuza Lover, I'm starting to lose steam a bit for the series. I feel like the steaminess and like the drama I'm just a little less fussed by. Does it start a new arc? Not really. It kind of wraps up an arc, but it doesn't really lead to another one. Is this series complete? I feel like this series must be complete by now, surely? I don't know. I feel like it's just like fun, steamy trash at this point. I'm just not feeling it as much as I was at the beginning, which I'm a bit sad about. Final volume in the haul is Yona of the Dawn 9, another series that we are slowly but surely getting reprints of, and I am here for it. I am now 5 volumes away from completing, being up to date with Yona, and I think it's like 4, 7, 10, 15, I think. Yeah, I think that's about right. Oh, something around there. Mostly singles apart from 15. Very slowly but surely. Very excited. Now I'll have to actually read it, which scares me. Maybe the dudettes. I know you're both collecting Yona. If you've not read too far, I should know. Emma, I know you've read a bunch of Yona, haven't you? Damn it. Tiffany, you want to do a buddy read? And with that, the February haul is complete. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm so happy with my pickups. It's a good range of new stuff that I'm excited for, and old secondhand stuff that I was equally excited for. Yes, let me know in the comments what you thought, what you think of what I picked up, the quality of my secondhand stuff. Oh, I'm just so happy. I have so much reading to do. Actually, no, forget reading. I haven't put any manga away since I filmed my collection tour. I have about 4 months of manga to put away, and I am scared. I'm so scared. So that'll be one of the next videos after this one, if not before. I don't remember the order of which I have published. I've done my videos. Yeah, I have a lot of manga to put away. I'm scared. Yes, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for all the darn manga content coming your way. Check out members if you're interested in getting early access to all the videos that I post. Also check out my social media and affiliate links found down below. There is a Forbidden Planet affiliate link if any of the stuff from Forbidden Planet entices you. Otherwise, I hope you have the most wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye! Oh no, it wobbles.